Hey all, it's Pastor Mike. It's been a while, so I thought I should introduce myself. I hope you all have been doing well. I just wanted to talk with you a little bit about risks. One thing one of my directors at work has always said is playing it safe is risky. I really like that phrase, and have tried to live my life in such a way that I'm taking risks, or another way to say it is stepping out in faith. Now, a little disclaimer to begin with. I think that there are risks that are good, right risks, and risks that are just wrong and dangerous. For example, jumping out of a plane with a parachute on is risky and fun, and you'll most likely survive. I did. Jumping out of an airplane without a parachute, it's risky and dangerous, and you're not going to survive. Another example, going to Target with a mask on. Probably a little risky, but with a mask you'll be fine. Going to Target without a mask, just don't do that. So that's the wrong risk to take. Anyway, going back to what I was going to say, playing it safe is risky. When you think about following God and His guiding in your life, you can be sure that His hand is securely on you, but is it always going to be safe? Let's take a look at the Apostle Paul and what he says. So before he was known as Paul, he was Saul, and he was taking the risks of persecuting the young Christian church of the time. In Acts 8, it says that Saul was destroying the church, dragging people out of their churches and throwing them into prison. This was risky, but it was the wrong type of risky. But after his conversion, you can read 2 Corinthians, some of his experiences of following Christ. He spent his life sharing the good news of Christ's resurrection. He ministered to many and is sometimes called the first missionary. Here's what he says that he went through. He was beaten 5 times. He got 40 lashes minus 1. He was stoned once, shipwrecked 3 times, and he lists out some of the dangers that he faced: rivers, wilderness robbers, Gentiles, his own people, dangers at sea, false believers, sleepless nights. He knew hunger and thirst. Just think of what Paul risked. He risked his safety, his comfort, and his life. In your life, not taking the right risks, not stepping out in faith, it's probably going to guarantee you your safety and your comfort, but it may mean that you risk missing out on what God has for you, which is going to be so much better than comfort. I can guarantee that. And that is why I'm up in this tree wearing a suit and a tie. So being up in this tree, I'm not that far above ground, maybe 8 feet. So not super risky, but I know that in 15 minutes right over there, there's going to be one of the most beautiful sunsets. There always is. Not always. But I think that is well worth the risk. Anyway, it's good to see you. Hope you are all doing well. I'd love to hear from you. You can send me an email at mnelson@valleycc.org, or send me a text. You can find my phone. You can find it somewhere. If not, send me an email and I'll send it to you. All right, we'll talk to you soon.